Good morning, evening, afternoon, everybody. This is Cameron Walsh with Gernot Friche bringing you Classic Team Championship Lotus 79 Series here on iRacing. This week at Interlagos in Brazil. Week 10, Season 1, 2014, the Sunday, 16:30 GMT. Nuno Maria qualifying first to the 124.956, followed closely by Gernot Friche in the Lotus, and then the Viceroy team of Pavelski and Bill Frazier in the second row. We did not get to do VIR last week. We were a little busy, but that's okay. Who goes to Virginia anyways? I didn't qualify this week because I felt, why the heck not? Nuno Maria in his Ayrton Senna helmet will be trying to get the win here at Interlagos as he does start on the outside, which can be proved disadvantageous as Gernot looks to go inside, but Matt Pavelski gets the better jump and sneaks into second position, just going into the Ayrton Senna S to begin with, 3 wide starting through the back of the field. No bad collisions just yet. Barry West will lose it though, and he will get clipped and sent into the air. At the same time, Mark Winfield will lose it and clip into the rear of Adnan Dizdeveric. Pim Lagay running wide. He dropped from position 6 to position 10. He's going to have to make that up the hard way now as Roy Cunningham loses it, almost gets clipped by Robert Simpkins. It's a dramatic start here at Interlagos. No contact outside of Barry West and Mark Winfield's accident. Also, Stuart Schmidt, who I feel really bad for because that's the shadow car, my car. It didn't get into first gear, which, from what people have told me, is an important part of racing, as first gear will have totally screwed me, and I'll explain later. As Roy Cunningham, you could see again in the replay, almost clipping Robert Simpkins. Very lucky as Havard Espeland loses a position to Ardo Himaki in the Brabham car. Will Havard be able to get on the power coming out of the S? No, he won't, as Ardo will secure that position as Havard loses another position. This is Salvatore Larn in the Lotus and Gary Larson in the Ferrari now having a collision with the other Ferrari of Roy Cunningham, getting launched into the air after making tire contact. PJ Gotti going onto the inside, missing all contact in that denim de Sella car, as Daniel Banker will suffer race-ending damage, but he's trying to get around, trying to see what kind of damage I have. As you can see, the damage on the front end of that other Lotus, as we'll go on board with PJ Gotti here. This is lap 2. You could see the Ferrari getting launched in the air. He had to go onto the left. Didn't pick up an off track for that, which is good on him, as you can see Randy Hashi now going onto the right side in that McLaren car as they both go around the wounded Osella car of Daniel Banker. This is now lap 3. We've got a pack of 4. Nuno Maria, Matt Pavelski, Gernot Friche, and Bill Frazier now running laps at just about the same speed. Bill Frazier ripping up his rear tires going into turn 1, trying his best to keep up with Gernot Friche and the rest this early in the race. Nuno trying to break that draft. He is really wanting to get that win here, as that Williams car is breaking the draft as we go to Ardo Himaki and Havard Espeland. Espeland looking to get that position back on Ardo, but Ardo will not yield. He will defend his position simply by keeping his line. The way to do it through the slower section here at Interlagos is Pim Lagay in the Renault will have a spin going from the 5th gear turn to the 2nd gear turn. I believe that's like turn 3 or 4 after the S, the first turn after the S, as he will rejoin nice and safe, only losing 1 or 2 positions, as now we'll go to PJ Gotti and Cam Walsh. Walsh having to go right onto the inside, having to recover anything that, starting basically from dead last now, as we will not stick our nose in there just yet. The car very well this today for me, as Boskus will overtake Havard Espeland. John Francis Boskus in the Williams car, and Havard Espeland with Marco Kikia looking in the background, ready to make the move whenever he can. Espeland will have a slight spin coming out of that fast left-hander getting out of the power. He will make contact with Marco Kikia, and I believe after making contact with that wall that his race will be finished, as Sean Wiltshire and Pim Leger now fighting for 10th position. Pim looking to recover what he had lost, pressuring Sean into a mistake, as that Fittipaldi Skoll car will continue his campaign, but lose another position to John G. Hill as he slowly slides back. P12 now, definitely a great position still about halfway through the field, as I believe we had some 28 cars as John Hill looks to have a good performance. 17th, 18th, 19th, Gary Larson, Cam Walsh, and PJ Gaudy, as Gaudy will have a save going into the final turn, and Walsh and Larson will go around as this is now going to Gernot Fritche and Matt Pavelski here. Now Lotus looking to get by that Viceroy, but the Viceroy will not yield. Matt Pavelski doing everything that he can to keep that position number 2. He has worked so hard for, he has qualified for, and he got the jump for, as the Williams car will look to take advantage of this battle and pull away with Bill Frazier in the background, ready to pick up second if these two do make contact. These two cars have been ready to, this has been a fight that's been brewing all year round, as Matt Pavelski slipping and sliding that rear end, kicking out on him at this intermediate part of the race. As we go on board with the Lotus, as he keeps it right off the back, he can keep it right behind somebody and pressure you into a mistake as they both go around that lapped car, as Gernot is looking to dive one way or another. He's keeping right on the tail end of that Viceroy car as they go through the fast part going into the final slow turn as they go down this left-hander here. It looks like Gernot will possibly have it, but no, the Viceroy fights back as they will try again into turn 1, going too wide. Matt Pavelski good at defending, but will he overcook it? Allows Gernot to go to the inside. No, he will close that gap, as the Lotus will have to reset and look for another spot, perhaps next lap, as we'll go back into the field. This is for 8th position, lap 10 out of 35. Roger Anderson losing position to Pim Legay, who is recovering what he had lost in the the opening 15 seconds of the race. Is now Matt Pavelski, Gernot Fritche, who will get into turn 1 this time, right as Gernot gets so close to that grass there. Matt Pavelski will finally have a mistake. His tail will finally kick out, but he will recover very quickly and not lose a position at all outside of the 1 to Gernot. He will stay in 3rd position. Pim Legay now looking for P7. Marco Kikian on the outside. That Brabham car is that Renault Turbo looks to power on the inside. Looks like he made that position clean and fast. Now we go all the way to the back of the field now. The wounded running, which is perfectly okay. They can still have a battle. Doesn't matter how wounded your car is. As long as somebody's on the same lap as you, you're still fighting. Daniel Banker and Glenn Evans in that Irish car, just racing around still. Doesn't matter where you are. Sean Wiltshire in the Fittipaldi, Randy Hatches in that McLaren. Sean will lose another position and have to wait to get back on track, as Salvatore Larn and Cam Walsh there will also go by Sean. That McLaren working very well today, as Cam Walsh, having been held up by a lapped car for the better part of the lap, really unsettled me in the car, as I made a mistake going into a turn that I don't even know how you managed this one. And we'll loop it around going into the final turn here, going over that curbing, as Salvatore Larn, Gernot Fritche will get past, as well as Matt Pavelski and Bill Frazier. Cam Walsh will rejoin in front of Sean Wiltshire and that lapped car, as Sean will, after the straightaway, look to get past, diving onto the inside going into turn 1, as they both overcook it, as they outbrake each other. As that's all right. Cam Walsh will take the grass, kick it up through the gears right in front of PJ God and Gary Larson. But first gear strikes again, as we will have a misshift, clicking it into first gear, which is not the gear that you want at that time, as that'll violently throw the car around, collecting the Ferrari of Gary Larson, unfortunately, as Pim Legay will spin it around. That's not exactly how you want to do that, but Nuno Moria with a fast lap of 125.458. Pim, I believe, just rejoined. Nothing else lost there, as Nuno in his Senna tribute helmet there will take the win here at Interlagos, as he will just have a few lapped cars to clear. Lap 35 out of 35. No time left to go, as he will clear 1 lap car, 2 lap cars. That Williams car powerful, leading from flag to flag, but certainly not without its drama as he made his way through lamp traffic. No real damage picked up as Nuno Maria will win here at Interlagos. As the racing will come to a close here as Gernot Friche in that Lotus with the damaged car of Cam Walsh, with the other damaged car from Shadow, both that left front fin clipped up there. Matt Pavelski in the Viceroy crossing with Bill Frazier, his teammate, right behind him in his mirror. Very great racing by the top four, finishing in the positions that they started in, but certainly more to the story than that, as Gernot will give Pavelski a good little rev there, as well. Nuno Maria will have taken the win in very dominant fashion. He really wasn't under any pressure. Matt Pavelski finally able to get toe-to-toe with Gernot, though he would finally lose it halfway through the race. Nuno winning in 50 minutes. Gernot Friche 9 seconds behind that. Matt Pavelski 13. Bill Frazier 16 seconds behind. A very, very close race as 8 cars finished on the lead lap, as John Hill will beat out Robert Simpkins, I believe, for the final top 10 position. As we had 4 retirements, Ardo Himaki, Havard Espeland, Roy Cunningham in that Ferrari, and Barry West in that Team UK car, as Barry just not having it for the strength of field this season. But that's how things go as we'll look at the Drivers' Championship. Pretty much all wrapped up. Gernot Friche in that Lotus, well ahead of Ben R. Chadwick in the Ligier. But the Ligier getting the last laugh as Ben R. Chadwick, Andrea Ventura, and John G. Hill in the Ligier is well ahead in the Teams' Championship over the Williams team by about 60 points, which is definitely secures them, locks them in for the top position for Season 1, 2014. We will go to Suzuka next week. It looks like Gernot Friche, though, has locked up his championship as well as Ligier. So we'll continue to see if we can't do these things. We will see you in Japan.